Alright, now we're doing 7Q, help Suzuki complete his chores. This is by user 8476848, and 90% of the people like it. Suzuki has a long list of chores required to keep the monastery in good order. Each chore can be completed independently of the others and assigned to any student. Knowing there will always be an even number of chores and that the number of students isn't limited, Suzuki needs to assign 2 chores to each student in a way which minimizes the total duration of the day's work. For example, with the list of chores like this, he'll need 6 students whose total workload will be 7, 8, 8, 10, 10, 11. As for 5 plus 2, 4 plus 4, blah, 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 okay? In this case, the maximum workload is minimized to 11, 9 plus 2. Keep in mind, 2 chores must be assigned to each student involved. The output will be greater than or equal to 10 and less than or equal to 30 in length, always even. And we need to make it in ascending order, the final list. Alright, so basically what we're going to do here, because we want to get it to the lightest workload possible, what we're going to do is we're going to sort this in ascending order, and then we're going to add the lowest to the highest, and then the next lowest to the next highest, and then so on and so forth, all the way to the middle, and that'll always get us our, the least amount of time for whatever. It'll get us the answer. That's what I'm trying to say. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to start off by declaring some variables. We're going to say let result equal an empty array, right? Then we're going to let length equal chores.length, and then we're going to let sorted equal chores.sort A B arrow A minus B. If you don't know what sort is over here, it's just a method that sorts the elements in an array in place and returns the reference to the same array now sorted. And when you do A minus B like that, it just means ascending order. If we were to do B minus A, it would be descending order. So this is ascending. B minus A would be descending. And there we go. Now we're going to do a for loop so we can iterate through the chores list, but we're only going to iterate through half of it because we don't need to go all the way. All right. So let me show you. For we're going to let index equal 0, and while index is less than length divided by 2, all right, because 1, 2, 3, oh wait, here's 6, okay, so once we get to whatever this one is, this pair, we don't need to go forward, okay, hopefully that makes sense. So now we're going to say, inside this for loop, we're going to say result dot push, and we're going to push sorted at the current index, and then plus sorted at the current index, at length minus 1 minus the current index. All right, so at first it's going to be length minus 1. Let's just say these were in order. Length minus 1 minus 0, length minus 1 minus 1, length minus 1 minus 2 right there. Right. So now we're going to add those together, and then all we have to do is we're going to have to sort the final array as well. So we're going to have to say return result, and then we're just going to take this sort thing up here and redo it down here. All right. Test it out. What's the problem? Oh yeah, don't forget to iterate through. Then we're going to do index plus plus. All right. Now let's see. All right, cool. Attempt it. All right, 8 milliseconds. Let's see if we can beat that with concise syntax. because it's definitely not going to be a one-liner with this amount of space. So for concise syntax, we're going to say const this. Right here, we're going to say equals chores, and we're also going to define length inside of here as well. So we're just going to take this, bring it on up here, and that's good right there. And then we're going to have the arrow function, delete this, and I'm going to start this on the next line. And what we're going to put right here, we're going to start off with the chores dot sort right there. AB, put in this thing because I didn't bring it up. And the rest of it, we'll just fill in the rest of it. Oopsie. We'll just fill in the rest of it. All right, so we've got the dot sort part down. Now we're going to use the map method. And the map, that's not map. Map method, JavaScript. Where are we at? There we go. The map method creates a new array populated with the results of calling a provided function on every element in the calling array. So basically it just takes every one of these elements, does something to it, and it returns the new array after they've been manipulated. So we're going to come down here, we're going to say dot map, dot map, all right. And here we're going to have, let me show you the syntax we're going to use. We're going to be using this element index syntax right there. And we're going to say element index with an arrow, and we're going to say element plus, and then we're going to say chores, no, excuse me, yeah, chores at, excuse me, at length -1 minus index. All right. And let me show you what that gives us so far. So right now we've got the part that we want, plus we have it going through since we didn't do any kind of 1/2 or anything like that. But if we want to do the 1/2, all we got to do is slice the rest of this off using the slice method, which slices things off where you want them to slice. So what we're going to do here is say dot slice, and we're going to just say length divided by 2, and it's just going to start at the element at this index right there, and just slice the rest of that stuff off from the end. All right, and now we're going to do sort one more time. I'll just take this right here. And that should be good. Let's see what happens. All right, and we were at 8 milliseconds. This one is at 6 milliseconds. All right, so concise syntax wins this round. All right, and let's submit it. All right, very much like this one. Let's go to My Solutions. Just me, best practice in my opinion. And we'll see you next time.